What's happening, Tube Nation? It's your boy Big Vic. You know what time it is. Looking kind of spiffy today. Just came from an interview, you know what I'm saying? Matched up a little bit. Triple black with the copper. Look, so. But it's been too long since I've done a vlog. I've been hesitant to do them because on this phone, it's only a 5 megapixel camera. So it's not the best quality, and I like to give you guys at least 720p. At least 720p quality. I'd rather not have less than 1080. So I've been sitting and thinking about racism and how people respond to it differently. Like, as a gentleman, I know that we talk about racism, and you mentioned on how, there are whites that are racist and they see no problem with the harm and hurt of non-white people. He's quick to bring up, because particularly when I speak about black folk, he's quick to bring up black folk and the bad we do. And then when I hit him with, well, when we do wrong towards one another, we go to jail. We see due process. And it never goes any further on that. And that's one thing I think that's a pet peeve of mine. Is folk love to talk about one particular demographic or another, and then when you show data or you bring up a point that has to do with why or talks about consequence per se, and you're like, well, there's still a consequence for this person. This person does wrongdoing. They break the law. They commit a crime. They're punished for it. They see due process. But if a certain demographic, because of what is perceived, because of the skin tone, they don't see due process, and they're quick to kind of change the subject and try to debate you and be like, well, you're worried about the wrong thing, and it's like you can't be worried about the wrong thing. I've since long had a issue with people who like to attack people of the Muslim community. And one, let's get something straight. Muslim is not a race. It's a religion, or it's a religion that's practiced particularly by people of the Middle East and some people in Africa, Somalia, and I think some parts of Sudan, maybe even South Sudan, that practice the Muslim faith or practice Islam. And I met some people there. There's, some of them are super nice. I met, well, the ones who had to share the same amount of pigment or even more than me have been super nice. There have been some that have been non-black Muslims that carry themselves in kind of a staunch way. And I've heard some people talk about being afraid of, the Muslims. Oh, you gotta watch them. You gotta watch them because they religion, they get crazy. And I just sit and think about it, and so in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, what about the people in white sheets that say they're Christians that have historically speaking, in this country, have hung men that look like me, beat men that look like me, burned men that look like me, stabbed men that look like me, drug men behind horses that look like me. So I'm of the mindset of I don't care what religion you are. I'm gonna let your actions speak for yourself. I can't sit there and demonize one religion because of a perceived terrorist mindset when, historically speaking, I know of another religion that I was once a part of where there were men who would hide their faces. They were white men. And they would go out and they commit crimes that, according to the Bible, are sin. According to the law. Well, now, more so now, are illegal. So, when folk hit me with that, man, you gotta watch the Muslim people. Especially black folk, I feel like we low key try to shit on the Muslim community, in our own little way amongst ourselves to make ourselves feel better. When the truth of the matter is, we're still at the bottom of the totem pole. I have yet to see a video where a Middle Eastern Muslim person has been pulled out of their vehicle and beaten or shot or killed by authorities um, at all. Period. I've never not seen that, but I've seen countless videos of unarmed black men and women being killed. I've seen countless news articles where children, a little girl, 6-year-old girl, was sleeping on the couch and her life was ended. A little child that's on the couch sleeping didn't wake up because of some cop with some BS story felt some whatever type of way that he needs to end the little child's life after raiding a home. So I'm sorry, people. For those who believe strongly in this, that, and other, and try to associate terrorism or demonize a particular culture, I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. I will not do that. I like to deal with the facts. I've gotten out of the age of believing, and I'm now in the age of information, of the age of knowing. I don't want to simply just believe something because it makes me feel good, or it's a pacification of the mind. Oh, I feel like this makes me feel good, so I feel like things are better when things really aren't better. I'd rather know things are better and know things are going to change and know people will have consequences for the action than believing that sometime later, years from now, maybe this year, that somebody's going to come back in the clouds and everybody that's done wrong is going to get punished. I can't afford to gamble the well-being of my children on something that may or may not be true. And I know some people, Victor, grew up in the church, and you know scriptures. Well, I find it funny for the Bible to be a considered a historic document in its own right. There are no dates in there. And if you want to prove me, if you want to be able to say, Victor, if you want to squash any doubt or any disbelief I have, there's one way you can do it. And you can't find, per se, they'll say you can't find the gravesite of Jesus because he rose and he was borrowed men too. Jesus was locked up. Now, you probably won't be able to find Jesus, but you should be able to find Barnabas. Not Barnabas, but Barabbas. And Barabbas was really locked up. I know it was way back when, but they kept records then. They kept records then. We're talking about the Romans. If you really want to shut me up about this religion stuff, find me documentation of when Barabbas was incarcerated. If you can find that for me, not only when I come back to church, I'll be your number one preacher. I used to preach before. I'll preach again. But you got to find that for me. Find Roman documentation in the Italian language, or I don't think it'd be Latin. I think it'd be the Italian or the Roman dialect for that period of time. That shows Barabbas was incarcerated by the Roman government. And I'll come back. Should be easy find. Should be easy find if it existed. But that's it, man. This kind of I haven't done a vlog so long. I'm kind of all over the place. But I've been missing you guys. I love you guys. Thank you for the views. I got over 10,000 total views. Started with 2,000 at the beginning of this year. Put in work, and you rocked with me. You rocked heavy with me, and we're 10,000 plus views strong. So you guys, if you keep rocking with me, we'll be able to do more great things. I'm getting my work situation changed up a little bit because some things in the gas has been unveiling that I want to get into. They have some investment opportunities coming up. I want to get into that and some other things, and I want to show you guys what it takes, or what I'm doing with my limited income just to get started. You don't have to be a baller already to be an investor. You can start little now and set a foundation to have serious paper later. But It's been over 10 minutes. You know how we do it. Peace and blessings, I say.